Hey, welcome to your day off. My name is Corey, and today I'm sitting with a dear friend of mine, Mr. Gino Chapman. Hey, this has been a pretty amazing weekend. We are in Ibiza, and I never thought I'd make it to Ibiza, so it's crazy that I'm here. It's crazy that we're here. Also, we're staying at the Hard Rock Hotel here. Here's what's crazy is when we leave today after this podcast, there is no more Hard Rock.
Oh, none. We are closing it out.
We are closing it out. What a perfect way to kind of close it out too, right? It's like closing time at a bar or something.
What a way to do it, to spend with friends today.
Yeah.
On this podcast.
Yeah.
In Ibiza at the Hard Rock.
Amazing. And it's the day after kind of like the big show and stuff. So everyone that we'll be chatting with this weekend is coming off that stage and they can kind of
killed it.
Killed it.
Killed it.
It's such a cool weekend. This is such a different event. It's really cool because so let me back up. We're here with Beauty Nova. Beauty Nova is the umbrella company to Depot and to Milkshake. And it's really cool because you just kind of walk around and do the activations, but the activations are interactive too.
It's kind of like choose your own journey.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. So through the day, it's these activations were by the pool.
In Ibiza.
In Ibiza.
At the beach.
By a bar.
In the Hard Rock.
In the Hard Rock.
Oh, and a swim up bar.
And a swim bar.
I saw you swim up a couple times.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I need my milkshakes. I need the milkshakes.
Oh, God, it was so cool. Please go check out the socials for this weekend. It was absolutely incredible. The activation that Milkshake did by the swimming pool. You might see Gino swimming up at a bar or something. The one that they did in the Depot, which is a men's line. Apparently, it's coming to America or something. But they did a really cool activation too in the basement of the Hard Rock. It's almost like a man cave, right?
Felt like a man cave.
It was really cool, and then it was cool. They had some activations there. They had you know what we need to do?
And arm wrestling.
We have to
arm wrestle.
Yes, let's do it.
Did you guys arm wrestle?
Did you do it here?
No. Well, now we're doing it.
We're doing it. And I also want to do mug shots. Like they have the mug shot camera set up. I want to do the mug shot cameras as well. This is so cool. All right, so we have...
You mean right now?
Should we do it? We just want to do it?
Yeah.
They would know what to do with themselves. So on the podcast today, we have 3 artists from yesterday. Mr. Andrew Smith, Shelly, what's your last name? And I'm going to mess your name up.
Gianluca Grechi.
Gianluca Grechi? Not
Nice.
Gretzky, though. Not like the hockey player. No. Guys, welcome to the table, man.
It's a fireside chat.
It is a fireside chat. Yep. You want to bring him in?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have 3 beautiful guests. We got to see them yesterday. We got to see your work, which was amazing. And also the beautiful thing about, I feel, these hair shows is the backstage, is watching how you guys work, how you operate and what you do. And yeah, I wanted to tell us everything. What is your process? What were you thinking? And what did that do to lead you to how you were presenting all of your things yesterday on stage? Andrew.
Hi, guys. So I'm Andrew Smith from the UK. I am one of the global ambassadors for Milkshake. And so, yeah, backstage was hectic. It was electric. There were products, hair flying everywhere. The inspiration for my look was a tribal goddess. So when I thought of a tribal goddess, I thought of extreme length, extreme fullness, so that all eyes were on her. And then came the difficult part of putting together this piece, because as you can imagine, hair to the floor, it's heavy.
Yes.
So yeah, it took me, I would say, a full day making the hair piece, which meant that on the show day, the whole morning was so laid back for me because I actually couldn't start my model till perhaps an hour
till like
before
showtime,
the
right?
stage. Yeah. So everyone was saying to me, "Are you okay? Are you doing hair today?" And I'm like, "Trust me, I did my work yesterday." But yeah, it was. How can I sum it up? It was electric.
That's really cool. How long have you been with Milkshake?
So in the UK, probably around 8 years now. Internationally, part of the team, I would say 5. And yeah, it's been an incredible journey.
That's so cool. How did you get connected with them?
Well, actually, in the salons, at the time I had 4 of my own salons in the UK. We used a different brand, and we kind of fell out of love with that brand. And our local distributor of Milkshake kept saying, "Come on, try Milkshake, try Milkshake." And at the time, it was a brand that was still quite young, I would say, in the UK. And I thought, well, how can I go from one of the world's top brands to something none of my clients have heard of? But we took the plunge, we tried the products, and honestly, we were blown away. Not by, just the color that we could create, but also the shine, the condition that lasted weeks, not just days. And so, yeah, we took the plunge and honestly,
Never got out.
It's been incredible. Yeah.
It's such a, even the name like milkshake, right, is such a fun line. And it's weird because it's like, it's hard to kind of connect the name milkshake with hairdressing, and honestly, I mean, that was kind of like, what is this that we're getting into? What is this milkshake thing? Because in the US, I guess it's been there for, a decade or so, but it just really hasn't I heard they're doing a big relaunch in the US. So we're excited, hence why we're here. So, but I'm excited about kind of messing with it, but it is that, and I don't know if you guys felt it too. You're like, milkshake, what is this milkshake? Like, how does this connect with hairdressing and stuff? And it was kind of like how do we learn this and what is this? It's not like, you always get like these great Italian words or these like French words or whatever. And you're like, oh, that's fancy hairdresser shit. And then you're like, milkshake, what is that? Like, did you guys kind of have to adjust to that too? Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I think in the beginning, clients do think milkshake, is that a hair product?
Yeah, it's not Jean Pierre or something?
Yeah, but, I mean, the name came originally from the very first product that was a milkshake product was based around milk protein. So it kind of makes sense when you delve a little bit deeper. But I suppose for clients, yeah, they're like, milkshake on my hair? But it's cool. It's young. It's fresh.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
The whole line is
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely. And I think the energy yesterday, we saw that. Everything was youthful, fun, energetic. There was a buzz.
Yeah.
And like I said, backstage to on stage and just watching your work yesterday. And again, I get it. Your prep work. So you were prepping yesterday. You didn't start until a little bit later, but did you start even back home? What was your thought process of doing that?
It was a collaboration of ideas, really. So I worked with one of the other UK ambassadors, Daryl Starkey, and we kind of bounce back some ideas of, okay, we know what we want, but how are we going to secure this to the model's hair? So I guess the work did start early on. The actual preparation with my hands as such and the hair, that started here because I didn't want to travel with a piece that was already made with the danger of it breaking.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern.
Or the danger of you wearing it.
What a cool place to have a show.
Amazing.
I
mean, amazing.
We might have gone to see David Guetta last night, but that's a whole nother story. We'll chat about that later. What's up, Shelly?
So I'm Shelly Lane from the UK as well. And I have been with the company for 11 years now, which has been a fantastic journey as well.
How long have you been doing hairdressing?
Giving away my age now, 30 years.
20 years.
30 years.
It's amazing though, right? It's so cool. Like, I've been in the industry for about 30 years as well. And just to kind of watch like the evolution of it, like, I think you guys will relate to this. Like, to me, I was super excited about like social media and stuff because like, if you went to if you went to a Redken show, it was always like, by the way, this is totally like US centric, but if you went to like a Redken, it was always like Sam Villa standing on stage. Love Sam, but there was no room for anybody else to grow, right? Or you go to like a Wella thing and it was always Christopher and Sonia on stage and there was no place else for anyone else to grow. And not that, no shade on them at all. Like, they own that space, And then when social media came, you're like, first off, I don't know about you guys, but like, you're watching like around the world hairdressers, you're like, I'm shit. Like, there are so many great hairdressers out there, but it also like pushes your game up too. You're like, okay, how can I represent different if that's the space you want to be in? But it also gave a voice, I think, for so many years, the brand controlled the narrative of the industry. And I think with social media, what happened is it allowed the hairdressers to then control the narrative again. And what are these looks going to be? And it wasn't like dictated by some boardroom. It was dictated by us in the streets. I love that for social media. Listen, I'm an 80-20 guy when it comes to social media. 20% of it is shit. Right. But 80% of it, I think, is absolutely brilliant. And certainly giving us back our voice, I think, is brilliant as well. And now, like, the the brands are now looking back into hairdressers. What are hairdressers doing? Not what does a boardroom do. Does that make sense? That's how I see it. It could be totally like full of shit, but that's kind of the way
but I think for like US based centric hair shows, most of the ones that we do in the US, they hire a lot of influencers. Now, again, good influencers, cool. Some crazy influencers, yes. But I think that's what's giving the platform back again. I don't know how it is in your space. How is it where you're from?
I'm from Wales.
That's right, Wales.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, social media, I mean, if it wasn't for social media, I think it would have been a lot harder for me to push my career. Where my salon is a little village salon.
Yes, I want to get into this.
It's actually
because I heard stories.
Yeah, we heard stories about the salon.
It was actually my family home. So my parents bought it when I was 4 months old. I moved in Christmas Eve. And so, I played hairdressers obviously in the house. And well, my mum passed away when I was 14 and we then moved out when I was 19. My dad just rented the house out. So we kept the house, and basically I got it back when I was 25, and
Wow.
amazing. Yeah, it was the best feeling ever because it was hard ripping it apart because we literally ripped every single thing out because we had
So when
to.
you were 25, you knew it was going to be a salon?
Yes. So I had
Please tell me it's like the name of it is like Home Sweet Home or something.
No, it's Shelly Lane.
Yeah.
But it's Shelly Lane. No, actually, I mean, a sad story. But my mum said to me the day before she passed away, she was like, Shelly Lane. She's like, one day your name's going to be up in lights. So the
Aw.
name of the salon had to be my name, basically.
In lights.
In lights.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's beautiful and people love it because it's very homely, it's very pretty, but it's just got a really calm environment when people walk in, and we get people from all over the country come to my salon, so it's definitely a good place to be.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely amazing. Do you have the same type of energy when you grew up in the home? Do you like put that throughout the
Yeah.
salon?
Yeah, I do. My mum was a really positive person. She died very young, 33, but I had a wonderful childhood. Like I had really positive, happy parents, a very creative dad. My mum wasn't so creative, but she pushed me to be creative. The house was full of good vibes, and people walk in, and I'm that type of person. I'll walk into a building, I'll go, oh, it feels weird in here.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was looking for a salon, I viewed a few places over a space of a year, and every time I walked in, I'd go, doesn't feel right. My dad'd be like, just look around. I'm like, no, it doesn't. The energy's not right. So I'm very much about how things feel when you walk in. And that's the one thing that people say to me all the time. They walk in, they're like, it's really calm, feels really beautiful in here.
So
And
your clientele, do they know it's your childhood home? Like a lot of them?
yeah, they all know. And, you know, because we talk about it a lot, like when we get new clients, like we still get new clients coming in, and we're 20 years actually in December, and they'll say, have you just opened? Because we do keep the place very fresh, always, you know, keeping it up to date. And I'm like, no, sometimes, you know, we've been here nearly 20 years. And then they're like, oh, and then they'll ask the backstory. And obviously we always talk about it.
So what happened? So I don't know if I missed it. So you picked it up at 25. Like, did your dad sell it, or were they renting it, or how did that work?
So he was renting it out, and then because he still owned it, and I invested in the property. So I was very lucky. I bought my first house young, so I had the money to kind of convert the building, and all my family are carpenters or builders, so they did all the work for me.
So it's really like in the family kind of.
And yeah, it was a massive project, but it took us 10 months because the council rejected it because it's just on a street of like terraced houses. But there are shops like all along the whole village. But I was always told, like, oh, you know, if you want to push your career, you don't want to be in Aberkenfig. That's the name of the place.
I hope so.
But I did work in Cardiff, and I didn't like the commute. It just didn't feel right to me. So, you know, being in my little village salon, if it wasn't for social media, I think it would have been a lot harder to push my career. But, you know, it was my dream to have the salon. I did that. And after about 7 years, I was like, I'm bored. I was bored of my salon. So then I invested back into myself and put myself on loads and loads of courses. And then that's when my career started taking off. And that was kind of where the social media side of things as well. Now, sorry.
No, go.
It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Like you can literally push your career to as high as you want.
That's so true. I mean, again, US centric wise, it's like if you weren't for a long time, if you weren't in New York or LA, you know, it was really hard to kind of break through, you know, but now like, you know, you're in Idaho or something, you're like, where did all this talent come from?
Yeah.
You know, it's so wild to see. And again, not only just like I said about the narrative, but just we can celebrate hairdressers everywhere, and you don't have to be New York centric, you don't have to be LA centric. And, you know, it's not a New York look or it's not an LA look. It's just your look, essentially. You know, I obviously I'm a big fan of the opportunities. I mean, I don't think any of us are sitting here if it wasn't for social media, right? Like none of us are here, you know. It's a pretty magical thing when used right, you know. And like it's really interesting to kind of watch how it's going to evolve or where it's going to evolve, you know, especially with AI and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
So which I'm a big fan of, by the way, as well. I just think and even like the conversation about like what does it do to art, and I'm like, I just think it's another tool, you know, because if you read historically, like they hated the printing press. They thought that was going to like ruin stuff. You know, they hated, literally, I was reading this article about like how painters hated photography because they thought it would like take away portrait painting, which it probably has, but we're all taking pictures. And I kind of see AI as the same thing. Whatever the next art is, it may come from there, but also prints is always going to break through. the truest artists are going to break through. It kind of probably pushes pressure on those that aren't that artist. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whatever it does. It's wild. What's up, man? Welcome to the table.
Thank you.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's your story? I heard a story about you too, but go ahead. He just got very defensive. He's like, whoa. Whoa.
Arm wrestling.
He got pregnant in Ibiza.
I was going to say, do you know as well? No. My name is Gianluca and I'm from Italy. Been in hairdressing 20 years this year. With Milkshake, I've been last 3 years, so very young with Milkshake. Yeah, I mean, I've been a little bit around the world. Lived in London for 4 years. My mom used to be a hairdresser as well. That's a common thing. We had a family business together for a few years.
Hairdressing?
Yeah, hairdressing. Then we just ended up fighting each other every day. So we said, you know what?
Italians tend to do that.
Yeah. If you want to keep like the family strong.
Did you end up buying your family's home also, converting it to a salon?
Yeah, not yet.
No, yeah. No, it's not going to happen.
So I heard a story that you moved to England to learn English, but then you worked at an Italian barbershop and like you couldn't possibly learn English in an Italian barbershop.
Who told you that?
True story? We have a crack research team.
Yeah, actually, the beginning was that. But then after that, because I strongly wanted to learn English, so I moved to a huge company in London, like to do education. So I did a diploma there. The first education I did was there. But yeah, who told you that?
It doesn't matter. Like, how long were you there before you realized, like, am I just wasting my time? I could be speaking Italian in Italy.
Probably a couple of months. Yeah, a couple of months. I think it's an Italian thing. When they go to London, they go. I mean, that sounds very. But when they go to London, they always stay with Italians. They go to work to Italian places, even like Italian restaurants.
That's like America also, though. Like, you have all these different, I can speak for LA. I can speak for LA because we have Thai town, Japan town, Filipino town, and
K-town.
and Armenia town. And you go there, it's the Armenians with the Armenians, the Koreans with the Koreans. And, but I get it. Like, people want to find community, but you didn't. You wanted to break the mold.
No. I just wanted to say with British people, Australian people, American people, European people. Yeah. Just wanted to stay with people I could learn English from, or I could even like open my mind to other cultures, other thought process.
Were you intimidated, like, when you started training in English, or had you had enough English at that point?
No, actually, it was really, really intimidating at the beginning. Yeah. I was kind of, and even the school I was into, it was really intimidating. I mean, I'm not going to do names, but Sassoon is very intimidating.
What's that name?
Yeah, that must have been. Did you have, what was your translation like because you kind of, I'm going to assume that they weren't like playing to you. They're like, either step up. I mean, that's very Sassoon, right? Like step up and do it.
Yeah, I was hiding my mistake a lot, like hiding always my lines. But it actually was very, very helpful. I'm very thankful for that period because that made my foundations quite strong, like method and discipline. Yeah.
It's so cool talking about Sassoons. Like, it's so cool that all these years later that they're just still part of the conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Didn't they just close their schools or something, or sell them out or something?
Yeah, LA, they just closed, actually the year after COVID, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were bought out, I thought.
No, they did 100% close.
To name drop for a sec, I was talking to Eden about it, and she was crushed.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was crushed.
She was, she was crushed. She was like, she thought it was like, it's her dad's legacy, right? So she just she was wrecked about it.
It was a huge party at the school.
When they closed?
Yeah. So the school was in Santa Monica and just on the promenade, beautiful by the beach. So all the students, like during break, everyone can go out and just hang out like by the beach. And then it closed like 10 months after COVID, and everybody it was just a big devastation.
That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Hate that stuff. All right. Is this the first like Ibiza milkshake thing or Beauty Nova, or they've done it here before? Andrew?
Yeah, so we were here last year. And
did you get pregnant here?
No, sadly not. I wish I did. But no. That would be interesting. But no, so we were here last year and it was very different. So it was a different vibe. We actually did the Guinness World Records.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Record. It was, what was it, Gianluca? How many people in the end?
It was basically the largest number of hairstylists doing hair simultaneously. It was around 650 people.
What?
Yeah.
Was there a Guinness like?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strict.
Yeah, they had the what do you call them? Adjudicators. Yeah,
Sure.
they were everywhere. Literally, you had to take pictures to prove that you had changed their hair, so a before picture and after picture, and they had to be approved. Otherwise, it wouldn't count. So the hair had to look different. Every hairdresser had to prove that they were a qualified hairdresser
Yep.
from their respective country. Oh my God, they were serious. She looked like a headmistress, didn't she?
Was it just one from Guinness, or did they have a team here?
Oh, they had a team.
Yeah, team.
Did
Full
you
team.
guys set out to do this? This was something that
No, it happened accidentally at the
Well,
beach.
you know, when you
Gino.
just come here and you're like, okay, like now we're gonna do this, or
Okay.
It was
months.
months. Yeah, months. Yeah.
and whose brainchild was it? Who thought of that?
It was actually Maya's first idea. Maya's our friend, art director.
So I got so many questions now. Was there already a record? So was it a new record, or did they break a record?
Broke a record.
What was the record before? I hope we shattered it.
It was-
Maybe 3.
It was a Reba 300,
200 and something.
300. Yeah, around 290.
Oh, you guys
something.
shattered it.
So you like
Yeah.
tripled it.
Wow.
Ours was 446.
Yeah, because although
Yeah.
we had
Yeah.
many more hairdressers take part, we went into the night. And so
Yeah.
some of the pictures weren't too clear. So you had to do before and after
Right.
pictures, and they had to okay it.
Some people
of the
did hair and it didn't qualify, quote unquote.
Exactly.
Qualify.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, the official number at the end was 400.
I don't know. Maybe it's round about that, but it was still impressive.
So when you signed up, so I'm going to assume that it was people that participated in the weekend, meaning like that were just here to see the event, and they're like, oh, we get to do hairdressing and be in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
And it was in the town as well. So it was set up throughout the center of town. And the setup was insane because it was like big zigzag tables everywhere. And even that, like sheer size of it was unbelievable because everybody had electricity. So we had an actual workstation.
Wow, for
And
that many
600
people. You guys didn't
Yeah.
blow out Ibiza.
The power.
Pubs were closed that night.
It was all local people then. And it took
Like were all the models? So there was no mannequin work then either.
no, it was just residents of Ibiza. So it was just everybody, all different ages. It was just fantastic to see. But the queues to get in, it took us all about 4.5 hours to get in there as well. So it was,
Wow.
it was like queuing for a massive festival.
That's a Guinness World Record right there.
Yeah.
Just a queue to get in.
4.5 hours.
Yeah.
Although we went to High last night, and that looked like it was going to be a 4.5 hour line.
That was a little crazy.
That's so cool, though, man. People must have been fired up and excited because now you go to a hair show and you're not on the participation side. Now it kind of everybody is in on that side as well. That's really cool.
So then afterwards, that was the adrenaline dump of like 600 people going like the next day going.
Hangover day like this.
Yeah, the party was in Pasha after. So that was really cool as well. Do you know Pasha?
No,
Oh, tell us about it.
It's just a big nightclub. It's quite famous in Ibiza. So the after party was there, which was really cool.
Can I say this side note? Now, I had this talk with my client because I was like, oh, he's like, where are you going next week? Because I have to block out my schedules. And I go, oh, I'm going to Ibiza. And he goes, thank God you said Ibiza. He goes, because Americans, when you say Ibiza, it's like, he was like, God, it's cringy. No, but that's what I'm saying. Because Europeans sound amazing. I think Americans, when you
we
say,
just sound like
you
idiots.
sound like idiots. So that's why I'm always like, and everyone corrects me all the time. They're like, well, no, it's Ibiza. And I'm like, I know, but I cringe. So I say Ibiza. So I love the way you say it. I love the way all of you say it. It's just, as an American, it's cringy.
What did David Gaeta say last night? He said a Z, right? He said the
I think he
the
said
Z.
Z. Yeah,
He did.
I think he did. He said, welcome to Ibiza.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He said, B. I wish I could have a job where that's all I had to do. Like he said it like 4 or 5 times, and it was like
Threw his
place
hands
was
up.
fired up.
I see you throw your hands up. Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Italians, we say very weird. We say Ibiza, which is very Ibiza.
Ibiza.
A pizza.
Pizza.
How do you say it? Andrew,
I was
say
gonna
it for
a pizza. But no, IB.
With the TH. And then isn't that then there's a Spanish that's Ibiza. Like it's a S sound.
like the Catalan style.
No, the other style. I don't know. What
Yeah.
do I know?
What do we know?
I don't
For
fucking know
Americans.
shit. I don't know shit no matter whether I was an American or not. Fucking idiot.
All right.
So how is internally? Is there? I don't know how to phrase this. Is there talk about like coming to the U.S. and trying to break through that market?
Yes.
Oh, you like cringe when you say. Have you guys been to the States?
I have, yes. I did a show in New Jersey about 8 years ago. And it was amazing.
That was a
Jersey?
milkshake
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
That was hard to say.
Yeah.
Milkshake in New Jersey?
No, milkshake show.
Milkshake. That is
Milkshake.
hard to say. Milkshake. Where was that in Jersey?
It was, all I know is the sky, like the backdrop behind us was New York City. So it was amazing.
Oh, so probably like Hoboken or something like that, right across the city.
I don't know. My geography's not very good.
Let me ask you this. My geography sucks until I go there. Like it could be anywhere. If I haven't been there, I'm like, I don't know where that is. Where's that? But you don't even know when you were there. So
Yeah.
we can't ask you.
I went there and then I went straight to Canada as well. So it was a
Like
pretty-
Toronto?
No, I went to Vancouver.
So you went all the way
Yeah.
across.
Yeah. It was
Wasn't just like
great.
right there.
And it was a Hard Rock hotel, actually.
Was it?
Did you go?
No, I hope not.
Yeah.
Does that kind of blow you away that we're going to be the last people here?
Oh,
It is kind of cool, right? I'm totally like, you know, the slippers that are in our room? I'm totally putting those on eBay when I get home.
That's a good idea.
I'm actually like, I'm going to take one of these guys' jackets, or I'm going to see if I can, anything that's not screwed down tonight, I'm taking with me. If it says Hard Rock Bees, it's coming. I tried to get that big statue like this in my suitcase, but it doesn't fit.
Just don't take the guitar.
Although I was looking at Elton John's costume.
For last night's wear. You
Or
were gonna wear that?
tonight's wear.
Oh, tonight's
Tonight's
wear.
wear. Tonight's a rock.
that's-
Oh, you're
Oh,
definitely going to see me in the Elton John blue.
Can you guys
suit
give a
there.
little tip or like insight of what you're wearing tonight?
Shelly?
I got a lot of leather tonight.
So tonight is if I'm not,
It's the rock and roll party,
it's
right?
a rock and roll party. Yeah,
There's going to be a rock and roll party the last night of the Hard Rock. Dude,
come on.
so meta. This is amazing. Andrew, what are you wearing?
I'm your boring granddad, as everyone normally calls me. So fancy dress really isn't my thing. I can't imagine anything worse than dressing up to make yourself look silly. I must be typical British. I have got an outfit. It's the kind of thing where you think, no one will notice if I'm just in my normal clothes. And then we had a Zoom call, didn't we, a few days ago? And we were told, yes, make sure you've got your outfit sorted. So I did the normal thing of going straight on Amazon. And I can't tell you who I'm going to be. It's not anyone in particular, but I have a wig. I have some leather glove. And I think that's all that came.
So you're going to be a drag queen.
I think it's a bit hot for the wig. But I've got some tattoo sleeves too. So yeah, we'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see what people call me.
So, Andrew,
Yes.
what's it like fostering children?
Who told you that?
We've got a crack team, man.
Yeah, it's special actually. It's something that I get emotional when I talk about.
Let's get.
So what? Living as a gay man myself, we can't.
You're gay?
Well, yeah. If you couldn't tell, maybe your listeners may feel differently. But yeah, so I'm partnered with a man, and we can't have.
Greatest position ever.
So we can't have our own children, which is like the worst thing, obviously. Obviously, we could have a surrogate, we could have however many different ways of doing it, but it's never going to be part of us both. And so we chose to foster because there are so many children in the UK in the fostering system. There just aren't enough carers. Of course, we can adopt and that would legally be our own child, but there's no shortage of those parents. So for us, we wanted to know that we were going to be a good parent. So with fostering, you know, there's no long-term commitment.
But
So
isn't
we-
that fucking brutal, man?
No, it's not, because you're doing it because you want to help. Obviously, we
Yeah,
always...
but we're all selfish.
Yeah, we are. And it's hard sometimes if the child goes back to their family, but they will only ever go back to their family if it's the right thing for them.
And what's the longest? How long do they stay with you?
So children in the UK can stay in the fostering system up until the age of 18.
So you could theoretically like take a 1-year-old till they're 18.
Yeah, we've never done that. The longest we've had is 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and we still speak to that child. He's still part of our family, and he's back with his family. And so, yeah, it's a
So-
success story. It's
During the holidays, do they all like? Have you had the kids in the past like come to the house for Christmas or anything?
Yeah, all the time. All the time. They pop into the salon. All my clients know them. They stay part of the family, and it's never a sad story. Always
That's
a happy
amazing.
story, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
So How is like when you first take on, I don't even know how to phrase this, but when you first take on a child, like how is those like first few months? Because now it's like, it's like anything, right? It's like going like to university or a new job or something for the kid as well as for you. Like there's like this adjustment period. What are those first few months like?
It can be quite difficult for everyone because it depends where the children have come from. If they've just been snatched from their family, they are obviously distraught, they're scared, dependent on
My heart just
age.
drops.
Yeah. Or they could have come from other carers that,
Mhm.
maybe they were short-term carers and they couldn't look after them long-term. And so they might actually be quite settled and in a sad way, kind of used to the system of
Right.
moving from one house to the next. It's difficult because you've got to make them feel comfortable, set your own house boundaries, your rules. They slowly get used to that and then they want to rebel against it, which is
Sure.
normal for
Yeah,
any child.
absolutely. Yep.
Also to know that the rebellion's coming, right?
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to expect it. And that's kind of when you're a foster carer, you get trained. We have regular training every year. So you know how to deal with these things. It's like you said, it's expected. And then I would say only really after 2 years are they fully settled. And the sad thing is sometimes after those 2 years, that's when they move
That's
on.
what.
But your job's done.
Okay. I'm holding you to that, Andrew. I just don't buy this at all.
Ah,
Like, no. Hear me out, man. Like, you put so much emotion in it, and like, it's not transactional. I mean, it's a family.
and it remains family. When they move on from you, it doesn't mean to say that's it. You're never going to see them
I
again.
know, but it's different, man. It's got to be like when you get that call, like Shelly's taking her kids back. When you get that call, like, what's the emotional toll on that?
You feel happy for the child because every child should be with their family. And if they're going back with their family, then you have a bond with their family. You meet with their parents, and so you remain part of the family. At the end of the day, some children have no family. These children in care have two families. They have their birth family and they have their foster family.
Yeah.
And in a successful world, when they move back, if they move back, they still have two families. We work really well with the children that's moved on, their families.
Yeah. So as an artist for Milkshake, how hard is it? Does it take a toll on your husband if you're away, like doing a show right now in Ibiza?
I'm really, really super, super lucky because my partner is so child focused. So he's so family focused and he allows me to do my job, do what I love. And yeah, if it wasn't my work and my passion, I couldn't justify the time away. So, I wouldn't just go on a holiday without my family, but because I'm here working, living my dream, he supports that.
Nice.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
And the children love it too. I go back with these stories and I think it's so good from their backgrounds to think, oh my God.
You got to bring them the wig.
Yeah.
They can wear it.
Oh, we're definitely putting.
But some of these children, they've never been on a plane. And so they're like, what? You go on a plane like once a month? Or, they love it. And it's good for them. They can.
You bring the
can
world
achieve
back
the
to them.
same.
You're bringing the world experience
I
back
always
to them.
try and bring them back a little present. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's cool.
Well, there's a shop right down the road. I actually got my mom. My mom makes me buy anytime I travel a T-shirt, like
Or no, hold on, or a bag,
or a bag.
or a tote.
We've been many places, and my mom's like, so we bought her an Ibiza T-shirt. So it was like €6. I think it was cheap.
Yeah,
Pretty cheap.
it's pretty surprising actually. Oh, that's a whole
They're
nother
not.
story. We'll get into that. That's awesome though, man. Like, how many children do you guys typically have at one time?
We're approved, if you like, for 3. So right now we're actually childless. Yeah.
How's that feel?
Yeah, it actually feels quite nice. So the house stays tidy, it stays clean, but it does feel really, really empty. My partner actually was going to come along to Ibiza to make the most of it, but he broke his ankle. Yeah, so he's at home. The new children, 3 siblings, they come in 2 weeks.
Oh wow!
So in 2 weeks' time, our house will be full again.
And how old are the children?
They can be any age, and
Under 18, essentially.
yeah, under 18. I think the youngest that we're approved for is 5.
Okay, so they're okay. I'm calculating now. So over 5. So if there was younger siblings, you couldn't take them
I think you could be reapproved. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you could be reapproved
if needed.
Yeah, But the way it works in the UK is it's very, very strict process. And so every time
Hopefully.
anything changes,
Yeah.
it has to be approved.
That's pretty cool. Bravo, sir.
Yes. Cheers to
Yeah.
you. Hats off.
Yeah, for real. I could imagine doing it. I couldn't imagine stop doing it. Like I couldn't that's the part. Obviously, I've asked you 10 times the same question 10 times, just about like how the emotional release is for it. I know you say you have a great relationship and stuff, but I don't buy it. No, I buy that you have a great relationship. I don't know buy that it's not an emotional toll when you get the call from the state saying, yeah, Shelly wants her kids back. You know,
Shelly, you're taking kids back.
Shelly's taking all the kids now.
She's like, no, take my kids. You can have them.
So did you guys like as children vacation here or as teenagers or whatever? Because listen, I've flown from Heathrow and it was like a party bus. Like somebody brought like a boombox on the plane. I'm like, I've never seen this in my life. Not on like a proper like plane that wasn't chartered. I've been on a chartered plane where that's the feel, but never like, British
Commercial.
Airways.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, British Airways gets down like this? I thought they were boring. Apparently not.
I think I was about 27. It was the first time I come to Ibiza with the girls. And yeah, it was crazy, crazy on the plane, but it's like a 2-hour flight from home for me. So it's
Oh, that's
nice and
that's
easy.
so easy. So we heard that also as an artist, you love avant-garde. Tell us why. What is it
Why?
about it that excites you?
I think because every day, I've got a salon, so every day I do everyday hairdressing and I love making things. So I'm very creative and dyslexic as well. So I don't sit there and relax and read a book. And probably got a little bit more into TV, but not, I like to make things and I have loads of hair. So why not make it out of hair? And I just like pushing, it's the challenge of what else I can make out of hair. And
Do you have that one piece that you made and you're like, wow, like
I like the defining one.
yeah, like
Yeah.
wow, like I did that. Do you have one of those?
yeah, I suppose there's quite a few really. Like my first collection of avant-garde, I made a dandelion out of hair and it wrecked my fingers. And, I made this piece to go on a drill to use the wire. And it took me about 2.5 to 3 months to actually fully finish because I tested loads of ways of making it. But yeah, I was really, really proud of that piece. But there's another piece. She's called Persephone, and it's like these big horns, which actually molded the base of it on my dad's head. But it's still intact. This piece is brilliant, and I've taken it abroad with me as well. I used it in exhibitions, and I use it a lot when I go into colleges now as a demonstration piece. But it's still together, and that piece is 9 years old.
Oh, that's cool. And you still take it on the road?
Yeah,
Oh,
amazing.
That's really
Yeah.
good. Good job. How many have you been nominated for British Avant-Garde?
4 times I've been a finalist for avant-garde.
You'll get there.
yeah, absolutely.
You'll get there.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
waiting.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually do an avant-garde collection this year, and I've really, really missed it. But I've started on next year's one, so I'm giving myself a whole year of creating this one.
What's the process like I'm familiar with like the North American Hairdressing Awards. We have a winner right here. What's the process like for the British Hairdressing Awards? Like, do you have to hire like a photographer and
Yeah,
all the stuff?
you need a team of people, and a great team of people. Like I've got a couple of assistants. I have used different photographers over the years because the one I was using, I had finalists 3 times with. He's actually finished, so I tried somebody else for my last one. It was a great experience as well. But I'm going to kind of test a few before I shoot my next avant-garde collection because I just want to. Everybody brings something different. So
Sure.
a different photographer will bring a new, fresh idea as well.
Since we're here and we have 3 beautiful artists in front of us, now that you've worked together, I'm assuming you worked together in the past, but have you worked together on a collection?
Yes. Yes, we did.
It's like, what?
Oh, yeah.
A milkshake.
A milkshake one,
Yeah,
not
a
our own.
milkshake.
Yeah, but yes,
Yeah.
as a collective. Like
Yeah.
as a collective for Milkshake you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not.
Actually, it could be interesting to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, now that we're on the topic of discussion about it, I'm like, yeah, I want to see this.
I was my friend Sarah Jane, she did her very first Naha and she won, but the photographs that she won on were missed shots. Like they didn't some of the flashes didn't work, but those were the ones.
Those are the ones.
Yeah, it's amazing that you can plan out everything to a T, but sometimes it's not the T that's the most interesting. I thought that was just a fascinating story. How it was like not what they were shooting for, but it was the ones that worked. But also to know that that's the entry,
Yeah, that's cool.
right? Like That was cool. That was a cool
Yeah,
collection
just
too.
the process of doing it, just doing it with your photographer and all that. That's again, if it leading to misfires of your collection, then you're like, wow, that's a gemstone.
Right.
Like, but I couldn't recreate that because it's a misfire.
Or think about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's so cool how art works.
Choosing the right one to send is probably even harder
What is
than-
Yeah.
Who
So
chooses it?
Well, I choose the end result, but we do kind of send them to each other a little bit, don't
Yeah.
we? Like, what do you think is the best for? Because you got to submit
So
4 images.
do you guys fly to Shelly's salon and shoot there?
No, you've never been. Never been.
I mean, I want to go now just because I want to see this beautiful. Like, I feel like it's like a
I want to stay the
cottage.
night.
My garden is actually beautiful. We've got a grapevine out there. We've got an apple tree, a pear tree. So
Oh.
it's like this little like cozy.
Tell me you have a hammock. Do you have a hammock out
I
there?
don't know. I should.
Just I'm gonna
Do
in my
next
head.
year.
In my head, I'm just gonna imagine a hammock.
Just
out
bring your own hammock.
there. Yeah. I'm not here for hair. I'm just gonna come to your orchard.
And my studio then is my old bedroom. So where I make all my pieces is,
How is that?
yeah, it's cute.
You're like, I used to make out with a boy here, but now I'm doing that. Like, this hair piece is inspired by Tommy. I hate him.
But it is like, it's my little safe place. Like I can go up there and I just come back down to earth, reset myself.
Oh,
It's great.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I can't imagine like being in my childhood home. You know, that's just it's so cool. It's almost like literal fetal position, right? Like you kind of go back where it all began, and now you're creating like new futures where it all began. That's just like
Yeah.
So it's almost like poetic.
And
You know,
I love in the airing cupboard, right? There's this little patch of my wallpaper from when I was a kid. I'm like, I refuse to take that little patch down because no one sees it, but I see it there.
I live in Hollywood, and there's a very famous planetarium called the Griffith Observatory. And when they redid it back in the day when they first built it, they left a tiny little patch. Like you can look up to the dome, and there's a tiny little patch that's the first, I guess, like fresco painting in a way that they did it. But they redid everything except for that little thing. So when you look up, it's a reminder of like where they came from.
I
And
love
do you
that.
get that feeling too?
Yeah, I've also got a time capsule buried under the floor as well.
What?
that you
Yeah.
put.
Yeah,
Well, like as a kid,
well, I was a teenager. Me and my brother did it.
I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to. That's the period. That's time capsules.
Well, we're gonna bury one. We're gonna bury somebody.
I mean, we've got about 24 hours before this place closes. We
Yeah.
should do one here.
Underneath there, somewhere.
Yeah.
Dig it up.
Yeah,
Come back and
Dig
dig it up later. Yeah.
that's wild.
Those the hard rock slippers.
I'm not. No, I'm gonna
No,
put mine on
okay,
eBay.
no, there's something. Yeah.
Mine are definitely going. You guys, we're going to all be in competition now about who gets to eBay first, and how much do you get?
Yeah. How much do they go for?
Who inspires you?
Yeah, I have to say Shelly. Even if she never invites me in her salon, but fine.
You can't say Vidal Sassoon. We just assume that that's everyone's inspiration. But carry on.
No, actually, lately people, like very much people. Yeah, I like to watch people. I mean, that sounds creepy, but
But it's in Italian. So you do.
I was thinking with the Italian accent, it sounds more creepy. So anyway, you wish.
normal people. I like to watch people in the streets, like maybe I see in the bar.
What's your latest? Have you seen last week in a pub? What inspired you?
I've seen a lady which she was probably around 60, and she had like, and that was probably last year for we did the latest beauty insight for milkshake. There was 60 years old lady, and she had like half and half color, like white and black.
Like
natural.
Corella Deville?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. And we tried to replicate that in the latest milkshake beauty insight Urbana. So that's actually never told that, but that was the initial inspiration from that. But yeah, I like to watch people. In the past, I always been inspired by, Angelo Seminara, which I've been lucky enough to work with, or Tim Hartley, many great hairdressers. But now I think I like to watch, like normal people, day life, what they do with their hair.
Well,
Sometimes,
what about you? Do you inspire yourself? You could just look at your work sometimes and go like, wow, like I'm inspired because what I just did.
Yeah, I actually tend to use a lot AI lately.
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
I'm very connected on what you said before. I think it's a great tool to probably help us going beyond with our brains, at least. So maybe we see something made by AI that we could never thought about without AI. something like, I don't know, an no gravity effect or a specific color, a specific texture. And then, of course, the challenge then is
To recreate it.
recreate it with your craft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. You guys want to win here? Go to promptcowboy.ai. It'll change your life. It's a website, and like you just put in like the most simple like prompt, like create a marketing plan for the next 6 months, and then it'll like kick out like this 12 paragraph prompt that's like, that's amazing. Like you would have never, first of all, you'd have never taken the time to do it, but you also don't have to be like, act like Shelly or act like, it kind of does all that work for you. It is the coolest tool to use a tool. It's like a precursor tool. It's really cool. Promptcowboy.ai. It'll change how you are interacting with any kind of the language models. It's pretty amazing. I can't wait for video. Like there's some video out there, but it doesn't seem accessible. Do you guys find it accessible? Not without paying like $200 a month or something.
Right. Some crazy subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a gentleman I follow on Instagram. I'm just going to say his name because I don't even know him. Void Stomper.
No, but he's got the greatest name ever.
This guy, he's been in the news in the US, and his AI is outrageous.
What is he on? Is he on the IG?
Yeah, like Void. Just if you want to like be inspired, he's very dark. He does some dark stuff, but his stuff is so clean. You see some AI, and you can see like there's 3 hands all of a sudden. You're like, what's that third hand? And then people are like, is that AI? I'm like, who has 3 hands? Like, come on. But this guy's stuff is so clean. No one knows what he's generating it from because he won't answer. People are always like, oh, what generator are you using? What are you doing? And he just stays silent. And I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know, but kind of want to know, but I like what you do. It's so,
Yeah.
I was just giving this guy a shout out. I didn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Well, he's not going to he won't even reach out because he's like, he's underground.
I'm going to send him this video.
Totally should do that.
Like, what's up?
We'll clip it up.
Yeah.
Look how cool this dude is. That's awesome. Andrew, who inspires you?
I find people ask that question. I find it really difficult because I don't think it's one thing in particular. There's many things, and different times of your life, you have different inspirations. So,
What's inspiring you now?
well, if I'm talking about my latest collection,
Doesn't it have to be collection, just in life? I mean, we can go collection if that's the way you want to like,
yeah, I mean,
know.
it's difficult. There is no answer for me.
Yeah.
It changes. Like recently, my inspiration was light and light reflection. When a light hits a surface, it doesn't stop or give up. It reflects, and sometimes it reflects into stunning returns to the eye. And so that was my inspiration for this year. And next year it'll be different. So yeah, it's not one thing in particular.
That's brilliant. I dig that. Shelley?
Kind of similar to the boys, really. I feel like I'm inspired by art a lot of the time, but you look back through my collections, it's been nature. I love flowers, so there's loads and loads of flowers within my work. As far as artists, I mean, Angelo Seminara, like he's amazing, which everyone says. Yeah, people as well. So, everybody I meet, like, you do inspire me, and so do you.
She just wants you guys to go to work.
Up with the next collection.
But like my last avant-garde collection was called Frequency. So it was a sound wave that inspired that collection.
Oh, that's
and I actually started that collection with braids. And as I was putting it all together, it was all too heavy looking. I was like, no, it needs to be delicate. And I just went back on my sewing machine and started sewing hair. And I then played around with some products and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I can see a sound wave. And that's how Frequency came alive. Yeah. And I was really, really proud of that collection. It was really different. So it can be anything. Like I've got a whole library of just textures of trees. So it's really, really random. There's an artist that's very kind of comical, which again, I've got a whole collection of those images. So it can go in so many different directions.
That's so cool. Hey, did you meet Brittany this weekend?
Did, yes. She's lovely.
Bro.
Yes.
We had dinner with her and all she did was talk about you for an hour. She is such a fangirl of yours. And I told her I was going to embarrass her. So this is it.
Yeah,
no, she really was.
I followed her back a couple of days ago and she's very happy about
Well,
that.
she's way too modest to say how much of a fan she is, but she wasn't too modest to tell us.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
sweet.
She was like, have you seen this? She went through her whole like feed and was showing us all your work and stuff. She's like, truly like, it is. It really is.
I mean, thank God this is private. So
I know, right?
Have them banging down the doors over here.
Yeah, that's so so cool. Once again, I love that to kind of bring it full circle, I love that we can celebrate each other as hairdressers again. And like in that we have access, right? Like before social, there's no, Brittany doesn't even know about Shelly, or none of us, kind of do in that sense. It's really, really, I love that. Just to be able to celebrate each other, which is why we started the podcast in the first place. Like, how can we celebrate hairdressers for hairdressing? That's really cool. Shelly, what are your parting words?
My party words.
Parting.
Orange.
Yeah, what's your safe word?
Spaghetti.
That's mine.
Rock on.
Rock on, man.
My parting words.
Yeah. Like no, never mind. That was half-hearted. You got to give it. Come on, Shell. Give us. Of course, man. Thank you. Thanks for making the time.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, it's
brilliant.
I know you
great.
guys are
Thank
freaking
you.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Good job they can't see our faces.
Did you wave? Hi, mom. Hi, mom.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey. Oh,
Oh, hi, Brittany. She's gonna die when she sees this. You know that. That's so cool. Thank you guys so much for making time.
Thank you.
Cool.
And also thank you guys for like putting on a great show.
Oh, yeah.
And energy and effort and a milkshake and just bringing in artists. And again, I think you said it earlier, the celebration of the art.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great.
Can we I cannot think about Milkshake without thinking of that damn song. Like we've said, oh my gosh, like it's impossible, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy. I can't. It's silent in my head every time I say Milkshake. Brings on a voice. That's so crazy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Milkshake, for bringing
Thank
us out. Thank you, Beauty Nova, for bringing us out. Thank you for this just incredible event. Listen, I don't know what the call to action is. Like, I try to get some like info about like, are we doing this again next year? And everyone smiled when I said it, but they wouldn't like reveal anything. So I'm hoping that this happens again. I know where it's not happening. It's not happening at the Hard Rock in Ibiza, because as of tomorrow, which still freaks me out, man, this doesn't exist. This place
Yeah.
is so friggin' legendary and like just has such a great like Ibiza reputation. It's
Yeah.
just really hard to.
Well, since we're here in Ibiza, like for the listeners and everybody out there, how can they find you? What's your
Oh
social?
yeah. Sorry, fuck, I fucked that up.
And you go.
So mine is Andrew Smith, hairstylist.
Andrew Smith, hairstylist. All right, everybody.
Mine is Shelly Lane. It's actually _inspires.
So Shelly Lane, also when that happens, I think of that Beatles song. What was the Beatles song?
Penny Lane.
Penny Lane.
Yeah.
It's Gianluca Grechi, which is probably the hardest one.
I've got a friend named MJ, and it's MJ and 7 underscores. And that's how she introduces herself. It's MJ with 7 underscores. I'm like, you could have stopped at 6? Like, is there an MJ with 6 underscores?
There probably is.
No, she said there was. She kept going until it freed up. She's like, 7's the number. So funny. Shout out to MJ 7 underscores.
Yeah.
Everyone should follow her. So, do the 7 though. Don't follow the 6 or the 8 or whatever.
I'm sure we're going to do something in US quite soon.
Well,
Stay
I'm
tuned.
sure everyone's
Oh,
craving
that
it.
was a sniff.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Well, we can't wait to hear about that, and I'm sure we would definitely be there.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Once
you.
again, big shout out to everybody involved. Beauty Nova, Milkshake, and Depot. Is it Depot? It's Depot, right? Not Depot. Depot. Big shout out to Depot, and just once again, an amazing weekend here in Ibiza.
Absolutely.
If you can get here, it's just amazing. Don't miss it. It's a different kind of event. It's a different kind of show. But thank you guys very much. Thank you for joining us on your day off.